Hey students, Mr. Wolf here, and I'm going to be talking about our independent reading assignment and just kind of going over the general purpose for it. Starting with our learning targets. Today, what it's going to be is I continue to grow as a reader by selecting a book to read on my own, and then of course our success criteria is I have selected a book that is new, interesting, and challenging to me. Okay, so what we're going to be doing with this assignment here is the first thing is you're going to be watching this video that makes a very compelling case for why we read, and especially in an age of consumerism where it's easy, I'd rather just watch the movie, or I've got all these different passive things. Why would I spend energy and time in reading? It does a great job making those points, so I'm going to ask that you fill that out as you're watching that video, and then doing a quick reflection on which one of those things sticks out to you the most about what is most important to you about that process of reading today. Now, with that said, this is where we're getting to right now, is what is the purpose of this reading activity, right? I mean, we read stuff. We give you guys stuff in class to read. We're going to be reading Seed Folks, right? So why am I doing an independent reading too? Like, why this guy's gone crazy? And if you're a person who loves to read, right? You're like, I'm good, I love to read, and I'm reading books outside of class, and I'm, dedicating that time. And then there's those people who are like, I can't stand reading. Like, this man is trying to drive me to madness or something like that, right? No, so here's the deal. We're not asking you to read a novel all in one fell swoop. You're not having to do it a day. We're not giving you 30 minutes a day or whatever. You're going to be able to pace yourself pretty easily and also do that with some agency of your own. You're going to be able to set that up. Now, but the purpose of this is to ultimately help support you guys in your reading habits. If you're a reluctant reader, a lot of times that's because, well, the only kind of reading you've probably ever done is when somebody shoved a book in front of you and said, hey, you get to read this. And oh, by the way, we're going to dissect it, and we're going to break it down, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to torture you with activities. That's not what this is. What this is a book that is going to challenge you, sure, in the word choice and maybe some of the content, but it's something that is enjoyable and is engaging to you. You get to make this choice, and there's a ton of different books out there. So I really encourage you to choose a book that you've heard about, that you're compelled to read. I mean, if it's a book that's been made into a movie, read the book. Those are out there. I also really encourage you to choose a book that's that has a series, something that you can piggyback onto. One of my favorite stories was as one of my first years of teaching was a student who never had ever read a book, and I let him read Artemis Fowl. He'd never read before, and he gobbled up that series by the end of the year. And the next year he came, and he's like, I've read like 3 other different series. I've been on Percy Jackson and all these other things, and it was great because he was like, yeah, now I read all the time, and I pretty much have a book with me all the time. And I'm just like, I don't expect that success story from everybody, but the habit of reading, I cannot emphasize how much that makes a difference in your success academically and in the world. So, a purpose of that is to help make reading an enjoyable process for you. So this independent reading is one of those options. You're going to have years of reading in classes, and if this independent reading process is a way to help make it more successful for you and make it more palatable because you don't have such a resistance to reading, that's what this is really all about, to help teach you that you can enjoy reading, especially if it's something that doesn't come easy to you. And again, we're just pacing it out. We're asking you guys to do it, bits and pieces throughout the week. We're going to have reading groups to help support you with that as well. So there'll be more information on that going forward. So what you're going to be doing the rest through this document is just looking through that presentation to help you search and find a text. Do a little bit of research and reconnaissance on your own, of course, and then finally fill out that Google form that tells me which book you kind of decided you wanted to land on, and we will go from there. There'll be more information next week on what we're going to be doing and how this is going to look, but I guarantee we are going to make it a light and relaxing process for you guys. All right, so I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.